Hello Sagittarius and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. Oh my goodness, I'm knocking off the crystals. Okay, so we have a really potent week this coming in. We have an amazing full moon happening in the sign of Pisces on the 11th, give or take a day, depending on where you are in the world. And Mercury is going into retrograde. So Apollo, the god of healing and light, has come in. Focus upon your strengths. Now, this full moon is a very magical, visionary full moon full of love and compassion, really bringing you towards a vision that is now possible in your life at this moment. It feels like there's a culmination energy of a lot of the things that you've potentially been struggling to birth into your life at this moment in time. And that's why they're kind of bringing you to focus on your strengths, because I feel like something you like working with a vision at this moment in time where you're going, all right, I've got a lot to bring to the table here. So I'm going to focus on what I'm good at here rather than the other way around. So I actually feel this is such a positive energy. And I love how Apollo's like got this beautiful light that he's holding in his hand. I feel like that's what you've got at this moment in time. You've got this kind of beautiful light energy you're working with. It's kind of inspired, really. And it's like, it's something that you could, it feels very much like you've got a quest of some sort to share this light with the world, or something inspiring that you can be doing that feels, yeah, like a quest. It's the only way I can kind of describe it. So yeah, let's pull a card for the situation, Sagittarius. Let's see, we've got, 10 of feathers, recovery and transformation. Wow, look at this beautiful snake-like energy where it's a sense that you're being able to shed your skin and you're moving into the new, you're transforming into a new energy, but it is requiring an ending, even a shutting of the door of something from the past that you believe to be true, or an old energy. And it's kind of like, I kind of get, just quietly shutting that door now, ready to, because I've got this light in my hand. I'm working with a new energy that feels different. It's of a different frequency. So I'm just softly shutting the door. If you softly shut a door on something, then you've released the energy of it. If you slam the door shut, then you kind of still got a little bit of energy connected to something in your life. So I feel like there's a sense of just softly shutting the door to something that you're going, okay, that's the past now. That's over now, whatever that is in your life. And this is the 10 of feathers is the 10 of swords. So it's an element of air, it's what potentially been going through your mind, or it can be related to belief systems. And yeah, I love it. It's this lovely recovery energy of, transformation. So the recovery time, I do feel it's like you've got this vision here at this moment, like with this light, but just to understand that you're still recovering from that ending, that old energy is ending, and that you are transforming, you are shedding it. Yeah, George the Rooster's agreeing. You are shedding an old skin, and this is very much an energy of transformation that we've been talking about, but it does require time. It is a transition energy that does require time. So hold the vision. Hold the vision. So you don't have to necessarily know all the next steps, or it doesn't have to necessarily all happen at once, but they still want you to hold the vision of what this energy is that you're working, this inspired energy, this future energy that you're working with. So what's shifting and changing for you, Sagittarius? What's shifting and changing for Sagittarius at this moment in time? I'm going to split the deck because we've got Wand 9, Mars Sagittarius, okay? So your energy is coming out with this. If I could speak. Mars Sagittarius then is where you've potentially been pulled in a whole heap of different directions. You're potentially wanting to put something, like send something into a whole heap of different directions. You might be going here, there, everywhere, like wanting to expand this, expand that. And it's kind of like you could be a little bit tired. You could be a little bit soul weary, or you could be losing a little bit of sense of direction or focus, or just it could be like, okay, now I don't know exactly which way to go. It could go any which way. I just feel like everything's kind of, it's this expanded space that could be moving in with this. And that's why I do think it does open up to possibilities, and I kind of get the sense of just sit with this energy, sit with the vision. You don't have to know, yes, it's expanding and it could go 360 degrees, but just sit with it for the moment. You don't have to take action on everything at this moment in time. Otherwise, you're going to get tired. And it's actually saying you're closer than you think. So there may be some frustrations around just feeling like, you know, for whatever reason, like I'm going this way, that way, being pulled every which way with this Mars energy. But I feel like you're kind of closer than you think. Like I said, I just get this transformation process. You can't push that. And so the universe kind of still wants you to go through that. But yeah, it's all happening still, which is really great. So let's see, what do you need to hear? Like, what does Sagittarius need to hear as a message from the universe? What energy does Saggy need to be working with at this moment in time? So message from the universe for Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to hear? Oh, okay. We've got a couple. We've got this one. I choose to learn through love. Absolutely fantastic. And like I said, this full moon energy that's coming in, it is conjunct Neptune, and that is going to be open to a lot of love and compassion and very high spiritual energy, which is going to be lovely. So it's very much a sense of I choose to learn through love, which is a beautiful message to come in. The presence of love will always cast out fear, and I feel like that's what this light is that you're holding here. It might even be helping other people cast out fear, like an inspired energy, like a vision, which is really lovely. I honor how I want to feel. Okay, this feels like a very internal process, divine feminine process. So a lot going on inside at this moment in time. So let's see what's coming towards you that you may or may not know about. So the I honor what I feel is interesting because, again, with the full moon energy, you could be feeling a lot. It could be bringing up a lot of emotions, and they're kind of just wanting you to honor them, sit with them, allow them to come up, and learn what it is that potentially that you're learning a lot about these emotions through just sending, I guess, through seeing them through the lens of love in a way. So yeah, I just feel if there's some deep emotions that are coming up, just honoring that they're there, and this is part of the transformation process that's coming through. Okay, so it's very powerful, very, very powerful energy that's coming in. There's a culmination energy of past cycles, very fated and karmic energy that comes through with this, where I feel like you've done the work and now you're reaping the culmination and the rewards, but it's intense. Like there's a lot happening at once, lots of big endings and culminations, and then holding the vision of the new that's about to birth as well. So yeah, there's just a lot you're dealing with. What's coming towards you? The Two of Wands. Okay, this is starting something new. So it really is a fantastic, like I said, with all the this is kind of like all the arrows pointing in 360-degree directions here. Just pick one. There's one that you can start this week, one that you're probably going to get a very clear message. Okay, great time to start this. So interestingly, with the Two of Wands, it's initiating, taking action and leaving behind something else. So that's an important energy, leaving behind an old energy or an old version of you, an old belief system. We've also got the Four of Swords. So the consequences of this is that you might be getting some good sleep, or it's like, again, rest and recovery is needed. So this could be a very deeply replenishing energy inside your mind. You might be reworking like some thought processes, the way you've been thinking about things, even reworking narratives and stories you've been telling yourself and reworking the ending of it. So, but the Four of Swords does mean a big rest. You might need a big rest, or you might be getting more rest, which is actually really nice to come through. So let's pull, look, we've got the Ace of Swords, which is clarity coming through. They kind of do want me to pull one more card with this deck. So they're looking at major external factors that could be coming in. So I kind of just go with the flow with the readings, Sagittarius, and see what's coming up. So, oh, okay. Gosh, okay. Wow. Well, they were two really good cards to come through for you, and I'm happy that they came out really happy, because we've got the Six of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Okay, I actually feel like maybe it goes this way. It could go either way when I'm looking at it, but this is, yeah, success and being really happy. Victory, success, recognition, validation coming through, and being really happy that something, this new thing that you've started here, feels really like a successful. I feel like you're going to get some sort of positive recognition or validation. Like someone might say, oh, I really saw you do that. You were like, I don't know, however it comes in. Like maybe someone will say that really resonated with me, what you said, or, you look just like you look different, like however it is, or perhaps you get a really successful result with something. It's just, yeah, I feel like that's coming through with that, which is really like the universe is really wanting to encourage you with this. So blessings of the week. We're going to work with the fairies this week because fairies really, I think, are really aligned with the mystical energy of the moon. Ooh, surprises coming in. Surprise and unexpected blessings of the week coming through. Yeah. This cracks me up because it's kind of like you won't see it coming, but you kind of want to see it coming at the same time. You've got one eye out going, oh, is this, it's kind of interesting, like, because I kind of get this is coming in potential in, like I said, unexpected blessings, surprises that are coming through. Part of you wants it and doesn't want it at the same time. Surprises can be a bit like, oh, do we really want this? But if they're good surprises, yes, positive, absolutely. We want it. And I feel like this is an energy of little synchronicities and serendipities that are coming through, unexpected opportunities or connections, or just little things that are kind of connecting the dots for you this week. But yeah, there could be some sort of surprise that comes through with it. I do want to pull a card with that next to it just to see that around the unexpected blessings that come through. So let's just see what else is coming through with it. Oh, the collective of pixies. I love it. So surprise connections, I would say the collective of pixies is celebrating amongst a sense of oneness or connecting with people, or, this could be friends that could be coming in. So this could be a party as well, surprise party. But a collective of pixies is where everybody's celebrating together because you're kind of on the same frequency. So I kind of get this as like some sort of surprise celebration or some sort of surprise connection that comes through, which is really lovely. Or, a sense that you've opened up to new connections, which is really good. So let's see, where are we up to? Potential outcomes, or where to next? Okay. Where to next? Potential outcomes, or where to next for Sagittarius. For this, we're kind of already seeing that you're starting something new. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles, you're going to be, it's kind of like you're going to have to try and fit a lot of things into your life with the Two of Pentacles. Your energy could be getting a bit stretched, and that's why they're kind of saying just choose one thing, because it's like you're kind of maybe wanting to do a lot more than everything at once. But the Two of Pentacles is where you're kind of wanting to find the balance. It's a delicate balancing act because this new thing that's coming in is potentially going to want to take up some new space in your life. And it's like, well, how am I going to find this? Because I've still got all the rest of my life here that I'm dealing with, but now I've got something extra on my plate. And I feel like you're kind of working with both energies. So it's just about, you're potentially going to have a lot of energies that you're working with here, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just about managing the balance of that. So that can be work-life balance. It can be scheduling. It can just be, so many different things. So let's pull an affirmation that comes in around all of this. Actually, they're saying to pull an animal energy. So we're going to do that. Oh, okay. So here we have, vulture and cheetah. I love it. Okay, so the vulture energy is very much related to karmic endings and cleaning up of old karma and releasing that. So it's been purified, clean. There's an ending here. The vulture is an energy, as a bird of prey that comes and feeds and cleans up the bones of the dead. It's a necessary energy of cleaning up something that is over and done with. And so it's a really, really important energy, and especially in this element of air, something that's gone on inside your mind or that you're processing at this moment in time. The cheetah energy is, this is kind of happening all super fast as well. Probably there's with the karmic energy to it, things could come in quickly with this. But normally, like with this energy, yeah, it's interesting because it can be a slower forming energy, but they're saying this is kind of could happen really, really quickly. Like it could be like something clicks inside your mind or something clicks, and just in general, like in terms of your understanding, and you're able to kind of make this karmic release and shift. So it feels very eclipse-like, and that's kind of where it feels like potentially something that's being activated through all this kind of North Node activation energy, like eclipse-like energy that's been around this year. And sometimes it gets activated in the energetic systems and doesn't actually hit us on Earth. And so this could be something like that, something very fated that comes in very quickly that allows you to kind of release that old karma, which is really fantastic. So affirmation card that comes through around it. So yeah, I feel like, this is culmination energies, potentially rewards for a lot of work that we've been dealing with big changes and disruptions, and the energetic frequencies that have just been hitting the earth, and we've been integrating a lot of that down. So we have as a final message, and this is very Neptunian because we're dealing with Pisces and Neptune. One of the signatures of those is, this beautiful love and compassion, spirituality, but it's also can be a space where you can find forgiveness. And this says, I forgive myself. And I feel like this is very much connected to this shedding of the snake skin of something that you've potentially been hard on yourself about, and now you're realizing you can let that go for whatever reason. So it says, as I forgive myself, I leave behind all feelings of not being good enough, and I'm free to love myself. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So, and then they just bring me back full circle to focus upon your strengths. So, because there's something really fantastic that, that you can do. You've got this light, this vision that they're wanting you to bring in. So that's it, Sagittarius. That's your reading for the week. It's a big one, dealing with some big, but some really positive energy where it's going to feel just a lot lighter and easier and happier and more inspired than some of the more difficult energies we've been working with of late. And so, fantastic energy to come through for you. So that's it, Sagittarius. Love to hear how this is resonating. So please leave a comment, and also please like, subscribe and share, and take care.